would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo.
Just win, baby. That's what Al Davis used to say. Just win, baby. His team didn't. The team on the other side did last night. 10-7. Doesn't have to be pretty. Doesn't have to be beautiful. Just win, baby. Broncos won 8 in a row, and they won again last night. They beat the Raiders in a snoozer a bit. on Thursday Night Football. Final score was 10-7, and the Broncos have taken charge of the AFC West with the victory over their rival in the division. Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Friday. Glad you found us on a beautiful Friday morning. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. How you living?
Good morning. What's up, man?
How's beautiful Boulder, Colorado, despite the obvious?
Not too bad.
Right,
cool
then.
and windy. See, down in Denver this morning, so.
Oh, you guys are down in Denver?
Yeah, we just came right down by the airport, and so we bounced this morning, hopefully.
All right, so you're out at 9 o'clock, assuming that you're not one of the 10% of the flights that get canceled coming out of there, right?
That is correct.
All right, 84-59. Lobo women lose last night up in Boulder. A rough second half for the Lady Lobos, JJ, and they found out what a Big 12 team looks like, didn't they?
They did. It was really frustrating. They showed their inexperience in that third quarter because they responded in the second quarter, played a close game, had a 5-point lead, were down by 1, and just it was the best way to describe it, was just inexperience, the way they played.
Halftime, they're down 33-32. You got to feel like you're in there, right? I mean, you look at it, Destiny Hooks is playing really well. They're up against a bigger team, a much more seasoned team than they. 33-32 at halftime. I got to believe you're feeling, Mike Bradbury's feeling pretty good about it.
Absolutely. Everyone was feeling good about it at halftime, the way they responded, coming back on the boards, and creating some offense. But, man, that third quarter was just rough with the turnovers, led to easy baskets, lapses defensively, and a lot to work on.
All right, so Lobos fall to 1-1. You guys come home. Next up is what?
Sunday, North Carolina A&T.
All right, in the pit. JJ will have that call, and y'all get out there on Sunday to go watch those Lady Lobos. They'll get better, but I think it's a good learning event for them. And that was your first time in the CU Event Center, too, right on that campus? It's beautiful, right?
It is a great campus.
And it doesn't look like, when you're walking up to it, you're like, that's it? And then you go in there and you're like, wow, it's pretty cool looking. Kind of like at Duke, where you come up on, how the hell am I forgetting the name of the arena they play? Duke play.
Cameron?
Thank you. Goodness gracious. And they got Krzyzewskiville out there, and it looks like another building on campus. And then you go in there, and you're like, oh, yeah, it's Cameron Indoor. Kind of cool. Colorado's a bit like that, where it's like, all right, you couldn't pick it out. All right, football last night. We got a lot to do today. If you want to get in, Bronco fan, I mean, like, you win. JJ, I don't know where you are as a Bronco fan. I got to believe you're in a good place because you're at top of the division at 8-2. And the nearest competitor is 6-3, and that's the Chargers, and the Chiefs are 5-4. And so you keep winning, and you've won 7 in a row. And like I said at the top, right? Al Davis said, just win, baby. Just find a way to win. 150 yards passing, 220 yards of total offense. Defense wins the game again for them as they held the Raiders to just 188 yards of total offense. So win, but is it win but on this one?
100%. This is a team that has a championship defense and a 10th in offense right now. And you're right about just find a way to win. It's very similar to the conversation we were having with global basketball yesterday in a way, but this is a team that's 8-2. They've won 7 in a row, and you want to compare them against the best, and that is, can you beat Josh Allen? Can you beat Patrick Mahomes? Which I think that defense is going to give you a chance. But you know those guys against good defenses are going to find a way to score. What is Bo Nix and company going to do?
Yeah, and I'm not sure you know the answer on that. And they've got some time to figure it out now. They play one game, I believe, in the next 23 days. They get this mini bye now. Then they got a home game against the Chiefs on the 16th. Then they get their bye. So for the rest of the month, and today is November 7th, they play 2 games. You hear about teams playing, these Thursday games, and we got 3 games in 10 days or whatever, which is brutal. They got an opportunity to figure this out. They're relatively healthy, but figure out what you're doing offensively, because defensively they are tremendous. But they are off, obviously, this weekend because they just played. They don't play until the next weekend where they host Kansas City, which is a have-to-have for the Chiefs if they think they're going to win the division. Then they get the bye, and then they go to Washington. They go to the Raiders before they end up with the Packers, Jags, Chiefs, and Chargers. it really comes down, can you beat the Chiefs and Chargers now, right?
Yes. This is a team that 8-2, they're in a great spot.
Yeah.
They are in a great spot. And so the question is, now you judge them versus the teams they're going to need to beat to be an AFC champion.
And that's what they're going to have to figure out. All right, so Bronco fan, come on in. The numbers to get in today. I'll set the guest list for you as well. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. On the X, it's _JJ Buck. You can find us on the Facebook, the OD in the AM. Adrian is producing on television. We're on Xfinity, channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico, and on our Facebook page, the OD in the AM, and on the YouTube channel for ProView Networks. Andrew's producing today as JJ is up in Colorado on his way back after the Lady Lobo game last night. 9 o'clock this morning. Man, we haven't talked to this young fella in a while, and it feels like on the eve, well, not even on the eve, on the day of the high school football playoffs beginning. We're going to catch up with the voice of the people. Sebastian Noel from ProView Networks is going to be with us at 9 o'clock, and we're going to get you through some of the big stories in high school football that you need to know as we get started. JJ will probably need to do the 3-for-all somewhere around 8:30, 8:45 before you get out of there so we can show how bad I am. And we can continue on these roles that you're on. Well, you had a rough week last week, huh?
It was rough last week.
Yeah.
Really rough.
But you can get in on that. So that's the guest list. I think we have a sweet deal for you coming up at 8:15 or 8:20, and we got a whole slate of NFL to get you ready for. Lobo football off this weekend. Aggies are home for an essential game. If they believe that they still have a chance to get to a bowl game, they are 3-5. They play Kennesaw State this weekend at home. It is homecoming at Aggie Memorial Stadium, a Kennesaw State team that only has 2 losses and that is sitting atop the conference. They have to win that game, I believe, because then they go to Tennessee. They have to win 3 of their last 4. You got to figure the Tennessee thing probably isn't going to happen, although it has, that sort of thing has happened in the past. And then they close with Middle Tennessee and UTEP, 2 teams that are scuffling and that are winnable. And so as rough as their season has been, as many games that have gotten away from them where we've sat here on Monday, Tuesday morning and said, you know what, they had a chance, they could have, they should have. They're still sitting in a situation where they got an opportunity if they can beat Kennesaw State. Now, Kennesaw State, you're like, who the hell is that? Well, they're relatively new Conference USA. They moved up to Division I over the last, or FBS over the last couple of years. They are 6-2 and 4-0 in conference play, coming off a win last week, 33-20 over UTEP, 45-26 the week before over FIU, 35-7 over Louisiana Tech. So they score points. Their 2 losses, you'll forgive them for losing by a point at ACC's Wake Forest to open the season. They got run out by then 22, now number 2, Indiana. And then they beat Merrimack, Arkansas State, Middle Tennessee, and whatever I told you. So, JJ, an opportunity, and a team where you look at them, and like Tony Sanchez told us on Tuesday when he was with us, the head football coach at New Mexico State, they're like everybody else in that league, right? I mean, that league feels like there's no dominant, but a couple of teams find ways to win every week. That's Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State, and Western Kentucky, and even Missouri State. And the Aggies have found ways to lose, and if they can find a way to turn this thing around, they still have an opportunity to be playing in December.
Opportunity, but it's a must-win game tomorrow.
I absolutely.
Like, they're not beating Tennessee because the quarterback that could help them beat Tennessee is playing in the state of Tennessee. So that's off there. But this is not a UCLA team, that has a terrible head coach and is struggling. That's the reality of the Tennessee game for New Mexico State. So it's a must-win game tomorrow. I think the one of the most frustrating things is how poor the offense has been. And even with the protection problems is Logan Fife, and they have receivers, and you figured, that's going to be something that can help them find a way to win games. And it hasn't been. You saw, Western Kentucky kept it close, but then you just look at the offensive numbers at the end, and there was nothing there for New Mexico State, and that's why Western Kentucky was able to run away with it at the end. And you hope just at home you can put yourself in position to win a game in the fourth quarter, because that's all Kennesaw State does. They piece it together with 2 quarterbacks, play really good football, and at least coming into this game in conference play, they have the least points against does Kennesaw State. So it's going to be a challenge.
Yep, and that's what they got on Saturday afternoon down in Las Vegas. All right, when we come back, JJ, news out of Wisconsin regarding their football coach and the future of that football coach yesterday, which could directly affect your football coach at the University of New Mexico. Of course, Jason Eck's name has been tied to that job more than any job, and that job isn't open. But that's where Jason Eck played college football. There's ties there. It could, this news could have a big effect on, obviously, Wisconsin, but also on New Mexico. I'll tell you what happened and my kind of interpretation of it. I'd like yours as well when we get back. 505-246-0610 is how to get in today. 505-246-0610. Your emails come in this morning, as they always do. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Andrew's producing. Give him a call, and he'll put you on the air. When we get back, I'll update you on that Wisconsin coaching story and what it means for your Lobo football coach. We'll do that on the opening drive. Hey, I ask you a lot who's watching your home when you're not there, and the answer should be International Protective Service. IPS, affordable, private security, and I know you see them all around town. You see the vehicles everywhere you go. Outside stores protecting the property owner, the property there, outside of homes, in your neighborhood. It's affordable private security at a time where we need affordable private security. Call IPS and talk to them about what they can do for you. For years, I've trusted them. I love what they do. When I travel, they come by multiple times. They'll pick up newspapers for you and mail. They'll roll garbage cans to the curb and back on garbage day. And when an alarm goes off at a property, they monitor there within 7 minutes or less with a trained armed security officer. They'll provide standing guards if you prefer eyes on your property around the clock. And, of course, they'll offer you the option to install alarms and camera systems. And they monitor those 24/7 with a state-of-the-art facility. All of this raises the level of security around your home and around your business. So who's watching your home when you're gone? Make sure it's the good guys and not the bad guys. You've worked too hard to build what you've got. The number's 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420. They're online at ipsglobal.com. Passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
What? We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity, at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Tech will do it at 9:30 in the morning. High school football tomorrow. Carlsbad at Rio Rancho. It's playoffs. Playoffs? Right here on the Sports Animal. 1 o'clock. And then, of course, men's basketball tomorrow. Global men's basketball against University of Texas Arlington. That'll be over on News Radio KKOB 1:30 pregame. JJ will have the call with Daniel Ferris tomorrow. You're on that call tomorrow. And then LSU Alabama's a huge one on the Sports Animal. Jeff, JJ, Andrew, 505-246-0610. Your voice okay? You got a lot of games going, man. You go Thursday, Friday, Sunday, or Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. You okay?
I think we'll be okay. Super excited to have a broadcast partner tomorrow for basketball.
That's right. How about that? I worked with Daniel the other day. Man, he's just super excited. He's like, okay, just guide me, because Daniel hasn't done a lot of radio, but he wants to, and he wants to learn, and you're going to enjoy Daniel, man. Do you know him at all?
I do.
All right. Yeah, that's a good dude. All right, this is a big story for Lobo fans. Now, look, I understand, and I felt the sigh of relief that you all breathed yesterday when you saw it. I heard it on the social media as I'm thumbing through your tweets and all your posts, as everybody's going, "Ooh, okay, we're keeping our coach." Just relax. This isn't, Wisconsin isn't the only job that Jason Eck is going to be tied to. But this is, I've got a lot of thoughts on this. Luke Fickell, according to the athletic director, Chris McIntosh at Wisconsin, Luke Fickell's going to return to lead Badger football next year. Now, Wisconsin fan and Lobo fan had completely different reactions on social media yesterday. Wisconsin fan says, "What the hell are we doing?" And Lobo fan says, "Yeah, leave our coach alone." Now, there's a $29 million buyout associated with it, but the Badgers are 2-6. They have not won a game in Big Ten play, and the AD informed the team yesterday that their coach will return. Now, look, JJ, there's a lot of times where athletic directors, owners, general managers, pick your sport, pick your event, go public, give a vote of confidence to a head coach, and we see the axe fall days to weeks later, right? This one feels different to me because the AD went into the players' room, went into the meeting room, told the players that there's going to be changes, that there's going to be increased investment in the roster, in the program, that there's going to be an ongoing analysis of every facet of the program. Basically, here what the athletic director said, he said, "The chancellor and I are aligned on significantly elevating investment in our program to compete at the highest level. We're willing to make an investment in infrastructure and staff. As important is our ability to retain and recruit players in a revenue share and NIL era," end quote. So Fickell's 15-19 there. I firmly believe he gets next year. Okay, the AD came out, "Well, sure, Jeff, you said it." Yeah, but it happens all the time, and they go back on it. I believe Luke Fickell stays there, and I'll tell you here in a second what I think it means for Jason Eck. But your thoughts as you listen to Lobo fans just collectively sigh on social media yesterday. Not sigh, breathe a sigh of relief.
It's one that I'm with you on the read of Wisconsin. I don't think they would go back on it. I don't know if there's a powerful enough booster that could drop $29 million in their lap. for them to change their decision on the buyout, because that would be the only thing I would think of. Is it would get someone with enough money to be like, no, we're done with Luke.
So
Fickell.
they've got the money there. I don't know that they've got the Portnoy kind of a person that is so passionate about football that they're going to drop the 29 or gather that money. There's the amount of CEOs and big money people who have Wisconsin degrees is quite quantifiable, if that's a word. But obviously, look, man, I promise you that Chris McIntosh ran the traps on this and figured out, because his job's on the line. The athletic director's job's on the line too here, right? So if they needed to find the money, if they wanted to find the money, I think maybe what they're saying is we're going to take that money and we're going to invest it in football and try to make it better instead of giving a coach $29 million to walk away and another coach $5 million to come in. I'd rather take that money and pour it into our program. That's kind of what I'm getting.
Yeah, okay. I can definitely see that as well. As yeah, there's all these coaches being fired, but do you really have that cash capital to pay a buyout and then invest what you need to invest in your roster? You know, that's I think a great question too. When you look at these schools, yeah, the SEC schools are firing their coaches left and right now, but you know, that's still a lot of cash to come up with. And for Wisconsin, you know, as you said, could there have been people that did it? Sure, but then I bet there were those conversations with those folks too, going, hey, you might be upset with football right now, but instead of dropping $29 million to buy him out, let's, as you just said, focus on reinvesting that into that roster
and get better.
And it was a conversation I definitely had with multiple people. You said it, man. This is one we see. You know, ADs are tied to football coaches. And that's the way it goes.
So what does it mean locally, right? Your football coach, Jason Eck, has been tied to that job, even though that job's not open. He played there. There's a tie there. That's the one job where we all said, you know what, man, if Wisconsin comes calling, knock yourself out. Good luck to you. And that's a great opportunity, okay? JJ, this may work out, and I don't know if Global Fan is going to be satisfied with one more year, but if Eck looks at this and says, man, let me see what they're doing a year later. Let me win another year here, because there's no guarantee Eck was getting that job. Okay, there were a lot of names besides Jason Eck tied to Wisconsin. If, and I don't know this to be true or not, if that's the job he would ultimately like, it works out perfectly for him if he wins again next year at New Mexico, competes for a championship, and builds this program and shows that it's a program, not just a team. And Wisconsin stumbles next year and they decide to make a move. I would argue that Eck's in a better spot next year to get that job than he is this year. Do you agree with that?
How do you think people feel about the level of competition next year?
Level of competition
Would that factor
with
in
what?
In the Mountain West Conference?
The people of Wisconsin?
Yes.
Yeah, look, they're gonna look at it and say it's not the same. But can you coach? If you can coach, you can coach, right? He rose to the top of where he was at the Big Sky level. If he rises to the top at the Mountain West level, then you can coach. And they'll evaluate the whole thing. I don't think there's a doubt that dude can coach. Now, can he win at that level? That is hard. Everybody's got resources at that level. Luke Fickell struggled at that level, and he's won elsewhere. So there's no guarantees when you make a hire. Here's the other thing, though, and while Global Fan breathed that sigh of relief, I believe that you're not out of the woods completely. Okay, his name is going to come up for other jobs. There's going to be whoever it is, man. There's too many damn jobs out there, and he's too damn good. But if that's the one and I don't know this, he and I have never had this conversation. I don't know that we ever will. But if that's the one that he's going, yeah, that's the one I would want. I believe that he might stay here another year and pass up something that would be, a pack type of a job at Oregon State, Colorado State level job, to continue to build here, not get the reputation as a jumper, and say maybe that one opens next year or even the year after, and that's the one I'm going to hold out for. Now, look, there's a lot of scenarios that could play out. That could be crap. He could be out the door tomorrow. But that's what my interpretation on what it meant for Eck was. If that's the one he wants, it kind of works out perfectly for him and for you.
Yeah, it's a really good read on the situation, and I know everyone's kind of looking at the pack, but what American Athletic Conference? You know, what's the trickle down there with the coaching cycle?
Tulane,
and who
right?
gets pecked and what opens up, or who gets moved up, and then you go from there.
Yeah, all of that's real. All right, so that's all on the table. Let's hear what you have to say. 505-246-0610. Rudy, I'll bet you got a read on this. Good morning, Rudy.
Sure do. I've been a Big Ten looky-loo for almost 50 years, and the deal with Luke Fickell is 2 years ago. Who was the hottest coaching name, or three, when he took the Wisconsin job? Luke Fickell, right?
He was right there. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to win there, man.
Well, because Wisconsin's program, their problems go way beyond Luke Fickell. Okay, they become stale. They haven't kept up with the times. They depend on the loyalty of their fan base to just keep coming back for the same product. I don't know if you heard Sean Lewis, the coach at San Diego State, talk about that, but they wanted him to turn in his alumni card, Barry Alvarez, because he doesn't play Wisconsin football. Well, Eck does. And someday, probably, Jason will get an offer for that program, but not yet. And I think, with all due respect to Coach Eck, he hasn't proven anything. Now, back up.
I would argue that.
Michigan. Oh, well, then, he's going somewhere this year. But Eck's not a jumper. You look at his record, you look at how he's toiled and gotten to where he has. I think we're going to have him for at least a couple more years. I really do. His family is really enjoying living in Albuquerque. If you watch their Facebook page, they're out there swimming probably this weekend.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt they enjoy it, and that's what I'm saying. And if the Wisconsin, because you know what else you enjoy? $4 or $5 million a year. It makes a difference, and you got an opportunity to change your life forever.
Sure, but that offer hasn't come up yet,
Correct.
And I don't think he's going to jump ship for $200,000 a year more.
No, I believe that's right.
Lateral program.
I believe that.
I think he's going to show a couple of things at New Mexico. One, what's possible. Two, what can be accomplished when there's alignment between the university and the athletic department. And three, what can happen to change a fan base. Look, this is the first time, and I can't tell you how long, that people are calling me. We're going to the game. We're going to the game. We bought tickets. We're going to the game.
Yep.
You know how many years you've been begging people to go to a game?
Rudy,
Everybody
let me tell you
is
something.
going to show up.
Yeah, let me tell you something. There's an opportunity, if he believes in himself, and I know he does, right? If he does this 2 years in a row, if like, let's just say they finish, give me a number. Where do you think they're going to finish this year? I don't want to downplay them. They can finish anywhere 9-3, 8-4, right? 7-5, whatever they finish, right? Plus a bowl game. And then next year competes for conference championship. And I understand it's going to be a different conference. But if he shows that you can do it, and the difference between a program and a team, it just makes his stock more valuable. And that Wisconsin job, like if it opened today, he's a candidate. There's no guarantee he gets that job. There's a lot of other names that are out there that have coached at that level that a lot of other people like. Now, could he get the job? He could. But if he continues to build his resume and continues to solidify his reputation and continues to show I can do it consistently, which I believe he can, I know he does, it just makes him more valuable. So, look, at some point, does he get that job or a job like that? I do believe he does. But maybe...
In a power conference too, Jeff, not to cut you off, but not only do you have to be a builder, you have to be a maintainer.
Correct. That's my point.
You have to maintain that level of excellence. You can't just come in and be a splash in the pan. So I think that's what he's going to show here. The final thing is maybe he can get us that stadium upgrade that we all need, that you need for your bowl game.
Winner, everybody eats dinner. All right, man, enjoy the weekend.
Yeah.
Rudy called at 505-246-0610. That's just my take on it, JJ. Like the obvious is the story and Luke Fickell staying and that job's not open. And so, some Lobo fan was going, oh, no, then he's going to take another job, or he's going to go to this job, or he's going to go to Colorado State, or he's going to go to Oklahoma State. And look, I'm not telling you he's not taking anything, or he will take it. I don't know. It's not for me to decide. If Oklahoma State or pick your school comes and says, hey, here's what we got, and here's $4 million, $4.5 million, whatever coaches are getting these days, it's a decision Jason and his family have to make. I'm not going to tell you what's right or wrong. But if, and I don't know this, if that's the one that he's got his eyes on at some point, got an opportunity to say, let me do this for another year and see what happens there next year, because if they hire a new coach, then he's going to have to take a wider path to get there. And that's all. So what does it mean? It means Luke Fickell's at Wisconsin next year. That's what it means.
Luke Fickell's at Wisconsin, and November 15th, Colorado State comes to town. Lobos looking for their 7th win of the season.
And you haven't beaten them in how long? I mean, a decade and a half, whatever it's been. They've been kicking your ass for that long. And you've had so many opportunities, and it's time to end all that. All right, 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com, JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. You can get in, and we got a lot of NFL stuff to do as we're going through the weekend. And your NFL weekend started yesterday. Hey, for the first time ever, the diamond capital of the world is here, and it's in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's going on now, and you still have time to get in. It's at John Thomas Jewelers, and it's basically started a couple days ago. It's today and tomorrow. Goes through the 8th of November. John Thomas Jewelers has brought Antwerp to Albuquerque. It is a 4-day diamond event unlike anything New Mexico has ever seen before. What they are doing now is unveiling the largest selection of loose diamonds ever shown in Albuquerque. Hand-selected straight from Antwerp, Belgium, which is the city where over 80% of the world's diamonds are traded. You get your chance to meet the world-famous Antwerp diamond cutters in person. So this is your probably once ever chance to see brilliance like this up close. You'll be able to compare the world's finest cuts, and the biggest thing is you find your perfect diamond, and you don't have to leave New Mexico. It's just for a few more days. Get in now. It runs today and tomorrow. Appointments are very limited. You can still get in, book an appointment online at johnthomasjewelers.com. johnthomasjewelers.com. You'll get a free diamond grading kit. It's worth $100 just for coming in. It's Antwerp to Albuquerque, the world's diamond capital, brought home to you. It is only at John Thomas Jewelers, 3rd floor, Lewis University building. It's on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal, right across the street from the Coronado Center. It is John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way.
Sports Animal.
Raiders, Broncos last night kicked off our NFL weekend. Sunday we'll have the Falcons and Colts early start, 7:15 in the morning. Lions and Commanders joined in progress after Global Women's Basketball, and then the Steelers and Chargers in the evening. Hyenas Comedy Nightclub presents all of our NFL coverage. They're now open in Albuquerque, featuring Al Jackson, Derek Cahill, Michael Longfellow, and Chris Franhola. Get your tickets before they sell out. They're conveniently located in the Winrock Town Center. Visit hyænascomedyclub.com/Albuquerque. Opening drive, Jeff Sabieta, JJ Buck. Broncos 10, Raiders 7. JJ, I know, did you catch the end of it? I mean, you were calling Global Women's Basketball. Let the game start at 6, right? So maybe you caught the end of it?
Actually was able to watch most of the game, all the second half.
It was a snoozer, dude.
It was an awful game, man. It's when you look at, and the Broncos are finding ways to win. They're scoring late in the game, but there's not a consistency there. That was a smash spot for the offense. Sean Payton hasn't leaned into running the football. It's some of the same stuff that happened last year. He just doesn't want to run it, doesn't want to find a consistency there to then work off the play-action game to try to take those shots downfield. Really frustrating if you're Denver offensively. Yeah, you've won 7 in a row, you're 8-2, but now the question is, we're not judging you of just winning the game. It's now we're judging you against Kansas City, Buffalo, and we'll see a New England team this weekend that has an opportunity against a good Tampa defense to show, hey, maybe we should be talking about the Patriots over the Denver Broncos in that conversation.
Well, as long as you keep winning, you keep winning. I don't care, if you win a Super Bowl 10-7, if you win it 37-6, you win. But I agree with you, is this sustainable? And when you hit when you hit the Chiefs twice, you got the Chargers again, is it going to be sustainable? And winning, I sit here and tell you for Global Basketball early in the season that you're not good enough to complain about winning by 22, right? And there's part of me that sits here and says, you're complaining about winning, right?
No, you're making the statement of, okay, you won, but can you beat Patrick Mahomes? Yeah. Can you beat Josh Allen?
Yep. And you got Patrick Mahomes
it's being down 19-0 to the Giants at home.
Yeah.
And scoring 33 points in the fourth quarter.
And
that's not happening against Buffalo or Kansas City.
All right, so how did that happen? They scored 10 points last night. They had 220 total yards. And yet in one quarter against the Giants, who I would argue is a better defense than the Raiders, they put up 33 points. Like, how do you not just turn on that film and say, all right, do that? And
it's coming back from double digits at Philadelphia in the second half. They've done some ridiculous things, but those are all things that are not happening in the playoffs.
All right, this weekend we got a full slate in the NFL, and there's some big ones. There's always some big ones, some games that'll really, really interest you. I think I'm interested in what the Ravens and Vikings are because I'm not sure who those two teams are. Patriots and Buccaneers probably is your headliner of the weekend. Rams and Niners is always really, really good. Eagles and Packers on Monday night. So what do we got? the Eagles made some moves at the trade deadline. I think the Eagles got better, and I think that makes them the front runner again in the NFC. I don't know how you feel about that, but what they did defensively, JJ, to me, if they weren't already the front runner, I think that reasserts them as the front runner.
Over the Rams?
Yeah, because I think they still score. I think at some point they're going to figure out how to activate A.J. Brown when they need to, like the game against the Rams. When they need to activate A.J. Brown, they do. They seem to find a way to get him the ball and let him make plays. And the defense, and by the way, they're still the defending champs until someone knocks them off. And the Rams got to beat the damn Niners, man. Like, they lost that Thursday night game to the Niners a few weeks back or early in the season, and you look at them, I think the Rams are nice. I'm not certain I believe they've gotten over the hump to be front runner in the NFC.
That's understandable. Looking at just kind of resume, what have you done? I think that roster-wise, the Rams are right there with Philadelphia. I like them, but with the depth additions defensively, I think that's key for the Eagles. Those are the things that I look at. Is there's not necessarily one player that changes everything, but if you have a foundation, you can add to that. That's why I think Sauce Gardner is absolutely going to be impactful for a defense. He's not coming in there going, "Oh man, we're struggling," but no, it's good, and you have an opportunity to be that much better. That's kind of the Eagles' moves. They know they have a strong foundation. They always draft and develop really well, and so they did some things around the edges, bringing an extra pass rusher where you can let that grow, attack on third down, and then we'll see, Phillips, what he does moving forward. So I do think it was a very impactful deadline.
Jalen Phillips coming from the from the Dolphins to the Eagles, I think is difference maker. I don't know, big deal. He called it the best day ever. Right? He was in the Eagles locker room, and he said he was thrilled he found out he got traded. Right? He's had an opportunity to be in the locker room. He met his teammates. He practiced as an Eagle. Said he can't believe how lucky he is that he landed with the defending champs. Quote, "I thought I was excited on day one. Talk to me now. This is literally the greatest thing that's happened to me in my whole life, probably. It's just awesome. The guys are awesome. Everybody's been super welcoming. I love the environment. I love the vibe here." Kind of a shot at the Dolphins and a stoke for the Eagles. But you just went from a team going absolutely nowhere to a team that's still polishing their rings from last year and staring at the number.
Yeah, you went from who's going to be the head coach, how many interceptions is Tua going to throw this weekend, to the expectations of defending a championship.
Yeah. I mean, you literally, I love when guys get new life mid-season, right? Good players that are just on crummy teams, and they end up getting sent somewhere, and there's a brand new life. On the Eagles, A.J. Brown, their wide receiver, did return to practice yesterday, full participant. That's significant because he hadn't practiced since hurting his hamstring in Week 7. It's now Week 10. He didn't play in Week 8 in the game over the Giants, and they had the bye. Saquon Barkley, also full participant. He had the groin injury in Week 8. They played Monday night against the Packers. So they loaded up on defense. They're getting healthy on offense. I don't know how you don't look at them as the favorite team.
It's going to be tough because even Saquon hasn't been clicking this year. I know we weren't expecting a 2,000-yard season, but down the stretch, you got to feel there's going to be some more consistency in the run game. It's still a duo that is up there with anyone. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and they're clicking, and Hurts can throw the football down the field.
And it's more first world problem, right? I mean, we're sitting here talking about, well, I don't know about the Broncos offense, and they only scored 10 points, and they're 8-2. Well, I mean, the Eagles struggled, and Saquon's not doing well. They're 6-2, right? They're leading their division by 3 games. They're clear of everyone. I love first world problems now, and I'm good with it. I mean, you don't ever want to sit on your laurels. You always want to get better. If you're staying pat, you're moving backwards. I get all that. I appreciate it. I get it. I love it. But I love the context when you can say, it's like we were talking to Eric Olin last night or 2 nights ago, the Lobo basketball coach, after winning by 22, and he, that was all right. Yeah, all right. Let's learn lessons winning by 22. Or in the Broncos case, learn lessons winning by 3, winning being the key term. Right? We learn lessons winning. So, all right, JJ's up in Denver on his way back after the Lobo women's loss last night, 84-59 to Colorado. He's with us till the top of the 9 o'clock hour. That's when Sebastian Noel will come in, and we'll talk some high school football with him. Andrew's producing 505-246-0610. When we come back, he got arrested. Where and for what? That dude? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa.
As good as there was in the league, he was incredibly effective running away from defenders. he was kind of effective running away from the authorities for a minute. It's the opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. JJ, I don't know if anything surprises me anymore when I hear Antonio Brown attached to it. Right? The way his career ended when he just ripped his uniform off and walked off the field, and he was in just disgust, and then all the noise around Antonio Brown. Did I say AJ? If I did, I was wrong. It's Antonio. But yesterday, man, the way this story came down and the whole, like, what are we doing? Antonio Brown was arrested in Dubai on an attempted murder charge, and he's being extradited back to the United States. Former NFL star Antonio Brown, attempted murder. It was a May shooting to which this stems. Remember, there was an event, there was a celebrity boxing event in Miami. We kind of talked about it back then, and his name was tied to it. The Miami police said that he was taken into custody by U.S. Marshals in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. He was flown back to Essex County, New Jersey. He's currently being held pending extradition to Miami. Now, why he was taken to New Jersey, I don't know. How long he was been in Dubai, I don't know. But he had posted several times on social media over the past few months from there. Like, okay, I'm running from the authorities, man. I might stay clear of social media and not let it be known where I might be.
That's not Antonio Brown's MO. He's got to know what's up. No, he cannot stay off the social media.
Put your thumbs, clip them down, throw your thumbs away. Like, what are we doing, please? So the arrest warrant says on May 16th, there was a shooting, and he's accused of grabbing a handgun from a security officer after this boxing match and using that gun to fire 2 shots at a man with whom he had been in a fist fight. The man's name is Zul Kwame Nantambu. Sorry. The bullet evidently grazed that man's neck. I don't know if Brown has an attorney yet or not, but he will. So I'm kind of remembering the story as I read it yesterday again. Police initially detained Antonio Brown after the gunshots were fired. He was seen fighting with people. There was a video that was posted on social media. Gunshots were heard in the video and the altercation. The police released Antonio Brown after a few hours. The next day, do you starting to recall this story? He posted an explanation on social media, quote, "I was jumped by multiple individuals who tried to steal my jewelry and caused physical harm to me. Contrary to some video circulating, police temporarily detained me until they received my side of the story and then released me. And this is all in capital letters, I went home that night and was not arrested. I will be talking to my legal counsel and attorneys on pressing charges on the individuals who jumped me." That was what Antonio Brown posted on social media then. Then a warrant was issued for his arrest on attempted murder charges a few weeks later. That was on June 11th. And all of a sudden he shows up in Dubai. Second-degree attempted murder charge carries maximum 15 years in prison, up to $10,000 in fine if he's convicted. I don't know what fleeing the country whilst there's a warrant out for your arrest adds to that. I'm not an attorney, nor am I a U.S. Marshal. Dude, with all due respect, and I'm not telling you how to be a fugitive. I'm not that versed on that. It's probably not my expertise. But wouldn't, like, at the top of the list, if you are a fugitive from a warrant in the United States and you are, I don't know, in Dubai, or pick your spot on the globe, wouldn't you kind of back off the social media? Because as good as you think you are, they're really good at getting in there and dissecting photos and your electronic footprint. Wouldn't you just stay the hell away from it? Can't you?
Dude, we're talking about Antonio Brown.
I got it.
We're talking about frozen feet Antonio Brown. That's who he is.
Yeah.
The dude that took off his uniform and walked off a football field.
Yeah.
This is who we're talking about. Someone that's not going to stay out of the public life. Someone that thinks whatever they do is the right thing. That's Antonio Brown. The dude lost his mind.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, a joke. Like, I think there is a circuit that disconnected for Antonio Brown.
Are you going to tell me it's CTE? You got hit in the head too many times? What?
I'm not gonna say it's CTE, but this dude is off the rails.
Always has been. The frozen feet thing, that was when he got in that chamber in he was with the Raiders and they found him in his house and his feet were peeling because his feet froze off and he couldn't play, right?
There's that. There's he didn't want to play football in a certain helmet.
He wouldn't use the legal helmet. He had to stay with his old helmet. Yeah. Yeah. That's your dude. I'll bet someone signs him. No, I'm kidding. Can he still play? I mean, the Bills need a receiver. Who needs a receiver? The Niners need a receiver badly, like a healthy one. That'd be really cool. Arrested in Dubai, extradited back to New Jersey to go stand trial in Miami for attempted murder. Why? Because you couldn't keep your damn thumbs off your phone. Maybe then there's the alleged crime. All right, 505-246-0610. The latest on the tragedy with the Cowboys yesterday. Want your thoughts on the Broncos and the Raiders last night? We got some tickets to give away. They're going to be what game do we have tickets to give away for? Joe,
basketball.
Did you know? It's basketball tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
All right, we'll do that coming up at 8:25. Andrew, you cool with that? All right, we'll give away some tickets to go see the Lobos tomorrow as well. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
That was bad. I mean, what was that, 3 and out? He looked like a backup quarterback. 0 for 1. 6 sacks by that Denver front. They are dominating, man. What did you tell me earlier? They got a championship, $100 million defense and a 10-cent offense. Is that what you said to me?
Yeah, like championship defense and a 10-cent offense right now.
Yeah, I would give you more than 10 cents, but I'd give you $1.50. But they've got to be better, and they've got weapons. And look, everybody fell in love with Bo Nix last year, and I'm not telling you to not fall in love with Bo Nix anymore. I'm not telling you to jump off of that bandwagon because I think Bo Nix is still really, really good and has a big future in front of him. There's just got to be more consistency from a guy who is mature. Was he 25, 26 years old? This isn't, a young kid who hasn't played before. In that offense, with that coach, with those weapons, and I do believe you have enough weapons. I think Cortland Sutton's a top-notch receiver. I think Franklin's really good. I think you got good enough running back. I've been so impressed with Dobbins, by the way. Way, way better than I thought J.K. Dobbins was going to be, coming off of all the injuries that he's had. I thought the Broncos took a flyer and just said, well, there's a guy on the scrap heap. He'll be serviceable. Let's go draft the running back and make that guy our guy. And you're getting so much more out of J.K. Dobbins than I ever thought you would.
And they did run it 18 times with Dobbins last night, but it still feels like that's a missing element to the offense is a consistent run game. Like as much as we talk about the struggles for the Raiders, like there were a lot of times that Bo Nix was scrambling to run out of the pocket. Like that offensive line pass blocking last night was not good for the Broncos, and it makes you look in more, and they ran it 27 times for just 84 yards, and that is really disappointing in this matchup. And yes, we can talk about Bo Nix, but that also falls on Sean Payton and what he's doing and what they were not able to establish on the ground last night.
They still have Max Crosby on the other side. He's still pretty good. Jeremy Chin was nice last night, so they got added a little bit. But yeah, no, you got to be better. I'm looking at the Raiders defense. Are they that good? They were really good last night. Last week they gave up 30 points to the Jaguars. The week before they gave up 31 to the Chiefs. They gave up 20 to the Titans. I'm sorry, 10 to the Titans, 40 to the Colts, 25 to the Bears, 41 to the Commanders. Like that was by far the best defensive effort. Now, they give up 10 to the Titans. So twice they've given up 10. Tell you what, in this league, you give up 10 points, you should win, shouldn't you?
You should be in position to win that game. And they were. But
yep, and they were.
Make a field goal, who knows what happens.
100% right. All right, I want to update you on the story. It was breaking as we were on the air yesterday. Dallas Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Kneeland is dead. He died yesterday morning, and every report is it was a self-inflicted gunshot wound. There was a police chase for a traffic violation. Frisco Police Department put it out of Texas yesterday. So the story is, while pursuing Marshawn Kneeland, he chose not to stop after his traffic violation. And officers lost sight of his vehicle. Kneeland's vehicle was eventually found. He was in it. It appeared to have been involved in an accident. And the police subsequently found him deceased at the time of discovery while they were searching the surrounding area. The quote from the police report, there's Frisco Police in a statement. Initial reports indicated that a male subject, later identified as 24-year-old Marshawn Kneeland of Plano, Texas, fled the scene on foot. Officers established a perimeter, initiated a search of the area with the assistance of the FPD K-9 and drone units. During the course of the search, officers received information that Kneeland had expressed suicidal ideations. Kneeland was later located at 1:31 a.m., deceased with what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot. Just tragedy. And we had, you heard a lot of people chime in on this yesterday, and Jeffrey called our show yesterday and really just kind of, I thought one of the most poignant things I'd heard yesterday. Just check in on people, man. Here's a guy who 2 days earlier, scored a touchdown in the National Football League. 24-year-old man, girlfriend, Dallas Cowboys, money, seemingly has everything. You just don't know what people are going through. And TMZ did a whole story. Police received calls from the girlfriend that she was concerned that he had, his mental issue. He had claimed that he would end it all. Just goes back to that. And was it Robin Williams who once said it? And he said, son, I'm paraphrasing, and Robin Williams, the way it ended with him was tragic. You never know what people are going through. You never know what's going on in someone's head. You never know what kind of day someone's having. You never know. And JJ, we talk about these players all the time as if we know them. We don't know any of them, right? Even if you think you know them, right? Personally, we don't know them. And I end every show, and I've done this since 2017, and I know it's a saying, and there's a bumper sticker up in front of me. But I end every show and every broadcast with please be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. And I know it becomes trite and it becomes a slogan to some, and you don't hear it. And if I'm on a soapbox and if I'm preachy, I apologize, but I don't. When you hear stories like this, you just don't know. And going out of your way to be kind to someone, if you got 30 seconds during your day, you never know how far that can go. It can go a long, long way. I'm not telling you somebody being kind to Marshawn Kneeland would have saved him. That's not what I'm saying. But you never know where people are and what they're doing. And just think about that as you go through your life. And this young man appeared to have everything. JJ, he scored a touchdown on Monday Night Football for the Dallas Cowboys 2 nights prior. And tragically took his own life because whatever was going on in his life and in his head. So if people need help, offer it, find it. We all know people who are going through stuff. And if it's you, there's help, man. There's help. There's people. And if you don't have people, there's resources. They're everywhere. And it's not a sign of weakness to say, hey, I need a little help. To go find help. Take care of yourself. We all go to the doctor. We take care of our physical health, right? Or at least we should. Right? Your back hurts. You go get your back looked at. You get a colonoscopy, or you go to the dentist, or whatever it is. You take care of your physical health. You're not weak, man, if you take care of your mental health and make it a priority. So, Yeah, if that was preachy, I apologize, but I don't.
No, it's on point. I think that's a big thing. A lot of people struggle with wrapping their mind around that's an issue. I think a lot of people think it's made up, and it's just an excuse for stuff. Oh, mental issues. Okay, no, it's real. There's a lot of things that people are going through. We're all conditioned when someone says how you doing to say fine and move on, and it's hard to open up or be honest with someone. Like, yeah, you can check in, but a lot of times when you check in someone, man, hey, how's it going? No, I'm good. Like, are you going to open up to someone because you're scared to do that?
Can I tell you, and I'm not going to tell you this is right or wrong. Can I tell you something that I've done that's helped with relationships, and hopefully it's helped people along the way? And you know me pretty well, and you know the depth of my network a little bit. I have a goal, and it seems modest, and some weeks I hit it, some weeks I don't, some weeks I way more. I want to make 5 contacts a week. People in my life when I don't need something, right? Whether it's people that I know personally or professionally, and many professionally. I don't want to be the guy when my my number shows up on their phone. They're like, oh, okay, what's here, right? But more so because everything I do professionally is based on personal relationships, and I believe most of my personal relationships to be real. And I just try to make 5 contacts a week. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while. Hey, I saw your daughter at a big volleyball match. How'd she do? Oh, how's your son doing in college? How's your wife feeling? I remember she had surgery. Whatever. How you feeling? You and it goes a long way, and people appreciate it. Now, am I saving anybody? I'm not. No. But I'm establishing relationships, and then maybe at some point someone needs something. You always say that. We all say, hey, if you need anything, call me. If you need anything, call me. Right? And I kind of appreciate it when people do. Just a little thing that's worked for me. It seems so easy, right? Five a week. You're in the car. You drive by a billboard. Oh, I need to call this guy. Or you drive by a place where you had lunch with somebody. I need to call him. Right? It's a little thing that's worked for me. That I pass it on to some people along the way and say, hey, it worked. All right, we've got a sweet deal coming up. Sebastian Noel's going to be with us coming up at 9 o'clock. We're going to talk high school football. You got a bunch of college games, everything, hoops, whatever it is you're watching. I got a chair that I watch my games at the office. I turn the thing around. My chair from Mike Waring at Mustang Home Goods is the bomb. It is, first of all, beautiful. It is the centerpiece of our office. Mike's surprised me with this chair. Go to our Facebook page, The OD in the AM. You'll look at the chair. You'll see the whole scene. He put the Isleta New Mexico Bowl logo on it 3 times. But the chair is beautiful, and it's insanely comfortable. It's not just furniture. It's usable art. And everybody comes in and says, oh, my goodness, it's as cool as you say it is. Yeah, no, it's actually cooler than that. Go to Mustang Home Goods and knock around the website. Go bounce around and see the beautiful furniture that Mike creates. It's not just for the office. It's the bedroom and the living room and the dining room and the patio. Mike's a retired Navy officer, and he pours his heart into creating custom furniture for people of all shapes and all sizes. He'll make a piece that fits you. And that's kind of the beauty here. So if you can't find a chair that fits, you got a bad back, you're tall, you're short, your legs hurt, whatever, he will fit it to you. He uses adjustable ergonomics to do this. So it's not just furniture, it's art, and it's beautiful, and it tells your story. It's a personal connection. You're not just going out and buying furniture. Schedule a consultation with Mike. Go to MustangHomeGoods.com and then create something that is gorgeous. If you're looking for that gift for the person who has everything, who's impossible to buy for, here come the holidays. Get in now, because you don't just order this and it shows up tomorrow on your doorstep. Mike's got to create this. Go to Mustang Home Goods, schedule a consultation, give them a call, and create something beautiful and tell your story in your home. MustangHomeGoods.com is the website. MustangHomeGoods.com. Schedule the consultation with Mike or call 505-418-8070. 505-418-8070 and tell your story in your home.
This report is sponsored by
Almost 30 years. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green?
Global women's basketball lost to Colorado last night. JJ had the call 84-59. He's up in Denver getting ready to jump on a plane. So you guys are flying commercial. Perfect time for you guys to not fly charter, huh? Right when we got limiting airspace.
Very big travel budget, you know us, with women's basketball. So
all right, so you're going to head out to
keeping our fingers crossed, and I think that's why we're leaving a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
to just get there.
And plus TSA at that airport. Do you have your TSA free, right?
Yes.
You clear?
No.
Clear is a wonderful thing. But yeah, that airport is something. Maybe you could help James here. James said, "What happened to the women, Jeff? I couldn't watch. I don't have the right package, even though I've had to buy this one and that one for local football. They had a nice lead early, then I pulled up the stat line an hour later, and they got blued out. You want to help him?"
Well, they did have a 5-point lead. early in the second quarter, a good response. They rebounded better, didn't give up the second chance baskets. They outscored 10-0. Second chance points in the first quarter. Just the length was bothering them. CU was able to play pretty much two players the entire game that were 6'3" or 6'4", and the Lobos just, they have size, but they don't have two bigs they're confident in playing at the same time. And so they adjusted to that 1-point game at halftime, and then the third quarter they just looked like an inexperienced team, and it was turnovers, which led to easy baskets, and then in transition there are some lapses defensively. The Lobos couldn't get set, giving up so many transition opportunities to Colorado, and the Buffs just feasted inside and ran away with it in the third quarter, and that's what changed the game.
Big 12 team, and a probably pretty good one, don't you think? I mean, what they did last year really doesn't matter because they like 10 of their 13 are new players, something up there.
Yeah, 10 new players, some good freshmen, man, that played a lot of minutes, and the Lobos are excited about their freshmen. You saw Layla Abdur-Rakib play a lot of minutes last night. Tyler Jones got in the game, Kyle Foster, so freshmen were getting a chance both ways last night. And again, the most frustrating thing was with the players that the Lobos returned, they were unsettled in the third quarter. They just couldn't get into their offense. They let the pressure get to them and really let it drag them down instead of being able to battle back like they did in the second quarter.
All right, Lobo men back at it tomorrow. It's going to be at the Pit. We're going to have tickets to give away here in a little bit. They play UT Arlington. JJ will have the call with Daniel Ferris, 2 o'clock tomorrow over on News Radio KKOB. UT Arlington is 1-0. They beat UNT, that's University of North Texas, Dallas, by a score of 91-40. I don't think that tells you anything about UT Arlington. They did play, that's not right. And they play out of the WAC. The WAC still is alive. Could you name me, if I told you, all right, how many teams do you think are still in the WAC?
8.
Close. There's 7. Could you name the 7 teams in the WAC? Right?
Western Athletic Conference.
I just gave you one.
Yeah. UT Arlington.
Yeah. Who's left? They were all there when the Aggies. I think they were all there when the Aggies were in it.
Tarleton?
Tarleton's in it. Yeah, they got a new coach because their coach just went overseas. Southern Utah, Utah Valley, Cal Baptist, Utah Tech, and Abilene Christian. Wow. Yeah. Yes. Exactly right. Wow. All right, we got a sweet deal for you to say wow to, and this is one of your favorites. It's Cello Grill. Go to our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Do it at 9 o'clock. Click on the sweet deal logo, and for $25, you get $50 to spend over at Cello Grill. Try their new 505 fries topped with feta, green chili, chicken shawarma, and jalapeno ranch. Mackenzie is with us, the Vanna White of Sweet Deals. Wait, did we piss you off? You're not coming in and talking to us face-to-face anymore? Hi, Mackenzie.
Hi.
They didn't send the limo for you? Is that what our budget cuts? So we're doing it on the phone?
No. I just, I live a little further away now, so.
Oh, where'd you move to, like Chicago? And the flights are down, or what?
No, Los Alamos.
All right, well, we'll send the corporate jet. Just talk to Stigler and say, send the Cumulus plane, and we'll come get you. All right, we got a lot going on over at Cello Grill. I know you're big on holiday catering. You can call 505-881-2299 for that. Affordable packages, but a big week next week. What are you doing for the veterans next week?
So next week on November 11th, we're offering a free Euro for all veterans and active military.
Come on, we got a cute name for it, don't we? Like something, there's got to be a rhyme that goes with that, right?
I think they're promoting it as Euro for a hero.
That's right, Euros for heroes. See what you did? I know you came up with that. All right, and then holiday catering, which is, it's here. So what do you got going for that?
So if you have any holiday parties coming up, we do catering. So give us a call. We offer kebab platters, rice, hummus, salads, so a variety of items, and we're happy to customize it to your needs.
All right, you can fundraise over at Cello Grill. You get 50% donated back to your cause. Work with them on that. It's at cellogrill.com/fundraising. And then you've got the Text Club, Mackenzie. How do you sign up for the Text Club, and what's the advantage of that?
Yeah, so when you join our text club, we give you a free piece of baklava. And to sign up, you text cello to 833-648-0365, or you can visit our website at cellogrill.com. We also want to mention, during the recent change in SNAP benefits, we are offering free chicken tenders and fries for kids 16 and under until those are restored.
Oh, that's really cool of you guys. That's really cool. I remember when you used to bring baklava in, that would be my breakfast. Those were the days when I got to see you in person. You're sitting right here. We'd send the limo for you. I remember those days. All right, here, Cello Grill is your sweet deal. Go to our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Do it at 9 o'clock. These ones go quickly. There's only 120 deals available. For $25, you get $50 to spend over at Cello Grill. Remind people where you are.
Yeah, so we're located on 5010 Cutler Avenue, just on the corner of Cutler and San Mateo.
All right. Have a great weekend, Mackenzie. Great to talk to you. Be well.
Thank you.
See
You too.
All right. All right. Now, what we do, let me do this. One day, these buttons are going to work. Can you drop that call for me, please, Andrew? Thank you. Because maybe not. One day, these buttons are going to work. All right. You want to give away some tickets? We got 2 tickets for you to go see the Lowell men's basketball team tomorrow. It's at the Pit. It's a 2 o'clock start. They're playing the University of Texas Arlington, who of course play in the WAC. You know what? Well, I think you know by now. You've probably been looking at what UT Arlington. What?
Maverick.
Oh, you'll know by tomorrow.
It's not working.
Oh, now you're on. Now you're up. I heard you when you said it's not working. What?
Maverick.
Yes. Now it's working. See, UT Arlington Mavericks. JJ will have a call. Caller 3. Call us now, 505-246-0610. Area code 505-246-0610. Call now. Caller 3 gets those tickets to go see Lobos and Mavericks, courtesy of your good friend Andrew, over here at 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Hour.
Traffic on I-40 with congestion from
Let's go to the burrito.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game.
Paint protection film and ceramic coating, which are top notch. That will help guard your vehicle against scratches and stains and everyday wear. You got a lot invested in that vehicle, man. Take the extra step, keep it looking its best, and maintain its value. Voted best in the city for many, many reasons, and it is a great gift as we hit this holiday season. On the Spot Automotive, give them a call or just flat out book online. Everything's right there online. Go to otsdetailing.com. It's otsdetailing.com. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, Andrew is producing today. We're going to talk with Sebastian Noel coming up at the top of the hour. That'll be 9 o'clock to you and me. And we'll talk some high school football as the playoffs get started. JJ, playoffs? Are you doing the game? Are you doing the Rio Rancho game tomorrow too? No, you can't be doing that.
That would be a little difficult.
Yeah, that's a little much for you. We haven't cloned you like we've cloned Tom Brady's dog yet, right?
Not yet.
Yeah, we're still working on that. All right, I'm going to do these while you're here because I know you enjoy these so much. Was yesterday, according to Garcia, JJ, he's not asking me, he's telling me. Yesterday was the worst Thursday in the University of New Mexico's athletic history. You know why?
Volleyball? Something happened? I don't know.
Oh, of course. Lady Lobos basketball got destroyed in prime country, and at the same time, Lobo women's volleyball got humbled by 5-7 UNLV at a parkingless Johnson Gym. Right? Like, I mean, best and worst are always subjective anyway. If you the best to you might be the worst to someone else. Right? So that's fine. Harold is pissed. He said it's humiliating, Jeff. The only thing 2-11 Lobo volleyball team has to look forward to on tomorrow's senior night is knowing it's probably the last appearance ever by the Aztecs in Johnson Gym, with a chance to spoil SDSU's Mountain West Conference tournament season. 2-11's a rough season, dude.
Yes, it is.
That's all I got to say, too. 2-11's a rough season. All right, Tellus wants to know why you don't have a replacement for Nikki Heckroth. I'm going to guess this is above your pay grade, too. Jeff, it's been 2 years. Isn't there another former Lady Lobo great that can take a seat in that broadcast booth and help JJ out?
Send in your resume.
I just read them, man. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I just shouldn't. All right, this guy can't disagree with you more. I guess he could disagree with me more because it's me. All right, I told you earlier on the Wisconsin coaching job, the Chris McIntosh, the athletic director at the University of Wisconsin, yesterday came out and said that Luke Fickell, their head coach, would be there next year. He went to the players. He said, we're going to invest more. And so Luke Fickell's not getting fired, and hence the job's not opening. And Jason Eck's name, who's been associated to his alma mater, that's not the job for next year. Now, I said it might be a great opportunity for him to further his resume, to prove that he can sustain success at the University of New Mexico, that it was not a no-brainer that Eck was getting that job anyway. He's had success at Idaho and 1 year of success at New Mexico. Maybe this helps him in the long run. If that job opens next year or the year after, he stays here potentially and proves that he can sustain. Dan says Jeffrey Juan Jose and Andrew Jake. You're now Andrew Jake, by the way. You need to sell when your stock is high and it's never getting higher for Eck. No one cares if Lobo football wins depleted Mountain West next year. I'm not sure I totally agree with that, and I'm not sure you do either.
Yeah, if you're winning and you have that reputation, opportunity should be there.
No matter where you're winning, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he won at Idaho. He is winning this year here, and if he continues that, I think it just continues to build his resume. Now, I look at the league right now, by the way. I'm looking at the wrong thing. But the top of the league, and it very well may be San Diego State and Boise State in the championship game. We'll see. The top three, top two in the standings are Boise State, or San Diego State and Boise State. After that, Fresno State is leaving. Hawaii, New Mexico are staying, tied with UNLV, San Jose State, and Utah State. Is the league super top heavy this year? I mean, I guess it is. Colorado State's leaving there at the bottom, 1-3. Nevada's 0-4. I don't know, man. If you win a league championship, like if you win Conference USA, do you get a job somewhere? You probably do, right? The guy at Liberty's name has been up for jobs for how many years now? He seems to really like it at Liberty. Jamie Cadwell. Right? If you win, if he continues to sustain success here, he's going to be fine. Now, Patino's deal was, I got to get the hell out of here before the Mountain West changes, right? Patino made it really clear. I don't like the new Mountain West. I got to get the hell out before the league gets depleted. And I don't know that he said it in those terms, but he damn near said it in those terms, didn't he?
Yeah, that was very noticeable with why he left.
And I'm not mad at him. Well, that's why he left. He also got, what did they pay him, $3.5? $4 million? I mean, something like that. Like life-changing money helps make decisions too. I don't believe that you should just go simply for the money, but it's absolutely part of the equation. We all do this for a living, right? I mean, none of us are doing what we're doing if we weren't getting a couple bucks. And if you're getting a couple more, you'd probably go consider where am I going? So that's all. But that who was it? Dan completely disagrees. All right, and then Gopher wants to vent. JJ, ready for a JJ Bucks get off my rocks?
Let's hear it.
Gopher said, I'm tired of standing in a near-empty restaurant, yet I can't get service because some idiot did a large online order. Really? Online orders don't magically go to a special kitchen with separate staff. It just ties up the existing folks trying to wait on in-person customers. So what are you suggesting, man? No more online orders? No more takeout?
Maybe you put in an online order.
Yeah, dude. Why don't you order before you get there? You can do that. Huh? I'm tired of waiting in damn... Sit down. Gaze across the table at your lovely significant other. Enjoy conversation whilst you go out for a pleasant, beautiful meal. Enjoy the ambiance of the fine dining which you've chosen. All right. I appreciate you, Gopher, though. I'm not mad at you. And then Steve from Michigan says he's got a funny thought. Next time you give away 2 tickets for the Lobos, play 2 tickets to Paradise by Eddie Money in the back. Okay. Andrew shook his head on that. JJ, you down with that? Andrew's all right with it.
Yeah, as long as it's under 30 seconds, we can do it.
Andrew's like, yeah, no, I heard that rule too. Yeah, I'm familiar with that one as well. All right, 505-246-0610. You got 1 segment left, dude. What do you want to talk about before you leave?
Nah, I got to go. The bus already pulled up.
Oh, you're gone? All right, safe travels. I'm going to tell you when we come back about a guy who broke the record for being the tallest player in the history of college basketball. That went down last night. Who is he? And how did he play? And for whom? And then 9 o'clock, Sebastian Noel's going to be with us. We'll talk some high school football playoffs. JJ, safe travels. He'll be with you on Monday here on the Sports Animal. Listen to him tomorrow, Lobo men's basketball over on News Radio KKOB. Listen to him Sunday, Lobo women's basketball right here on the Sports Animal. Listen to him. I mean, JJ gets no days off.
No days
off. All right, safe travels, dude. Hopefully your
Peace
flight
out,
doesn't
guys.
get canceled. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli from every sport. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito.
Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-29.
Got a little yard envy? Got somebody who's got a beautiful yard and you want one? You can have one. LaBarge Landscape will take care of you. They took care of me. Came over to the house, my front yard, my backyard, spectacular. Like the best it's ever looked, including when I moved in. I needed to clean up. It got out of control. I'm not real good at it. I don't have a lot of time. My grass was dying. My sprinklers were not working. LaBarge Landscape took care of that for me. Now I love spending time in the backyard. I enjoy pulling up to the house a lot more, too, because the front yard looks better. Don't wait till spring to get a yard transformation. You know why? Because everybody does. And then you're going to get on a list, and you're going to have to wait, and by the time it's done, you're going to miss half of next summer. Call LaBarge Landscape and have them do it now. If you know what it is you're looking to do, they're going to take care of it for you, and they are great at it. Licensed, bonded, insured. They over-deliver on what they say they're going to do. No idea what you want? Let their design team come out and create something stunning in the space you have. You're going to love it for years. A yard transformation is something that's going to give you years of enjoyment, and you are going to love it. Get it done now. And if you're just looking for a fall cleanup, maybe you want the leaves picked up and the shrubs pruned and whatever it happens to be, they will do that too. Sprinkler system, all of that. They'll take care of it for you. I'm thrilled I called LaBarge. You will as well. Go to their website. It's LaBarge, L-A-B-A-R-G-E, LaBargeLandscape.net. Bounce around their gallery, see all the beautiful things that they've done, and then call them at 505-345-3000 for an appointment. 505-345-3000. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is easy. It is LaBarge Landscape. 505-246-0610. Edward, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. I was hoping JJ would still be on, but I know the importance of travels. I myself don't have yard envy, but I'm sure that company does a great job, as you well described. So
you like that term. Yeah.
That's awesome. Hey, in this month of Men's Health Awareness Month, and I know you guys dissected what happened with the Cowboys player tragically. Let's just be patient with each other. I think every family in some capacity is impacted. I know Kenny Thomas does some really good work with the youth in this city, and I commended him personally for that at your party this summer. But you never know what somebody's enduring, and their behaviors may not make sense in the moment, but just be patient, kind, and understanding. So my encouragement to all your listeners. The NFL season, Jeff, we're halfway through. There's some things that kind of point out to me. This team, the Seattle Seahawks, they've won 10 straight road games, and they are dangerous. I thought Tampa was really dangerous until they lost Mike Evans, and they're still, right in the mix. I don't think the NFC's been more open. As schizophrenic as the Philadelphia Eagles are, and I think they've kind of walked through 10 games or 9 games, I think that if they get home field advantage and their left guard is healthy, they're going to go to their 4th Super Bowl in 6 years. I think there's a high probability if they get the number 1 seed that it's going to be tough to win in Philly. But the Rams are right there. It's wide open. Now, in the AFC, what's interesting is the reason I want JJ to still be on, I think the New England Patriots and Denver Broncos are mirror images of each other. I think they have really good defenses, young, dynamic quarterbacks. They find a way to win close games. I just don't think that they're good enough to beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. Quite honestly, I just don't think it's going to happen. So if we don't want to see Kansas City in the Super Bowl again, I think the Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen's going to have to throw on his Superman cape because he's the best player in the league, and I'm not sure it's close, and try to win the game like he did last week because he has to do everything. But just some observations this so far halfway through. And, again, it's dynamic, and a lot of things can happen and injuries. But I think it's kind of shaping up to we're going to have a great playoff season. So what are your thoughts?
No, I think it's wide open. I don't know that there's a team right now in either side that I say absolutely. It's hard for me to get off the Chiefs because there's like a muscle memory. They know how to win, right? And they still got that dude. They're just, to me, they're just getting better. And they got healthier. They got receivers back. Their defense is really good. It's hard for me just to get off of the Chiefs. But I do believe, I agree with you, but I thought the Bills were a better team a number of years. I thought they were a better team last year. And they just couldn't get over the hump. I thought they were the better team the year of the 13-second game where Josh Allen led his team down the field and scored with 13 seconds to go, and it was over until it wasn't. So until someone gets them, I mean, you hear me say this all the time. You got to learn how to win at that level, and they know how. And it's hard for me to get off the Eagles right now because they're the defending champs, and they just got better at the trade deadline. And Howie Roseman makes moves, man. Their GM every year makes these moves that you may consider small moves, but the pieces on defense make a huge difference. And so, look, do I like the Rams? I do. Do I like the Tampa Bay? Yeah, I think there's some teams that I look at and say, you know, there's a real possibility on this. I think the Bills are the best team in the AFC. I think the NFC is wide open, but that's where I am, man.
You know, last point briefly, Romo said this the other night, Sunday night, when they were playing the Chiefs, and he said their defensive coordinator is the key, quite honestly.
Who's that?
If you lose first down, if you don't get more than 3 or 4 yards on first down, your drive's over because they're going to get you in second and long, and then you have no chance in third and long. Their defensive coordinator is the fundamental piece.
The Eagles?
He is amazing. So, anyway, I think we're in agreement.
All right,
Jeff,
man.
have a great weekend.
You
Thanks
too.
for everything you do. And hope you guys have a wonderful weekend.
See you, man. Enjoy the weekend. Sebastian Noel from ProView Networks next. We're going to set you up for the high school playoffs, which start today. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Tash shuts things down once again. 25-19.
The Moriarty, Silver, and Grants. That's 4A. You got the big schools are going to go with the 8-9 game being Piedra Vista at Los Lunas, El Dorados at La Cueva. That's a big rivalry renewed. We got all kinds of stuff, and it's been way too long since we've caught up with our next guest. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and Andrew's producing today. You can get in at 505-246-0610. Catch up with our good friend, the voice of the people. You listen to him regularly on ProView Networks. He's got the game of the week on My 50 every single week. Sebastian Noel joins us on the Sports Animal. Been too long, my friend. How's your golf game?
Oh, not good. It's been too busy. Too busy. You know how that goes.
Yeah, work gets in the way of your handicap. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
You were getting good for a minute. You were hitting the ball pretty
A minute.
well.
You're right. That's the key phrase, a minute.
Yeah. Beautiful time of year, is it not? You've had a really fun, and I apologize, man. It's been too long since we've had you on this show, but it's good to get you back. Great work throughout the football season, and here we go. Hoops is starting. And I don't even know where to start. I guess we always start at 6A, and I look at games tonight, and the 8-9 game always jumps out at me at Piedra Vista and Los Lunas. But I see, two rivals going at it, and La Cueva feels like it's all La Cueva because I know El Dorado struggled. But what am I staring at? Carlsbad, Rio Rancho tomorrow. What do I have to see in the metro area this week?
Well, I think La Cueva El Dorado, that's always a fun game, the rivalry, right? I mean, El Dorado has some weapons, but that would be a heck of an upset. La Cueva, they struggled to start the season. How do you replace Division I talent like Cam Dyer and Mason Posa? And they struggled with that, but they righted the ship during district play. I mean, they get that 5 seed, so they were just slided out of a home game. And we can get to that in a minute, certainly. But La Cueva's, they're playing well, and they're kind of under the radar, if that's possible, for a Bears football team.
Go ahead and get into it. I mean, you get into the home game thing. You know how I feel about that.
Well, there's so much. But, I mean, the buys all went to three of the first-round buys went to Southern teams, and I think deservingly so. Obviously, Las Cruces is the number 1 overall seed. The 2 went to Cleveland, and then the other 2 first-round buys are Centennial and Hobbs.
Yep.
So I think Centennial, if you put the resumes on next to each other side by side, Centennial and La Cueva, I don't think you can make that much of an argument. There is that crowd that says, well, La Cueva won their district. They should have got a home game. Well, that district wasn't very good, and the criteria is what it is, and so they're playing in the first round.
Yeah, and that's, look, you're going to see things, and it's going to be subjective, and it's always going to be that way. PV at Los Lunas, is that something that should be really, really good? Because the 8-9 matchups are always really, really good.
And matchups with those 2 teams are always pretty tight. Piedra Vista plays such a different style of offense. They're just so slow, methodical, physical. You don't know what they're doing. They're hard to prepare for. And traditionally, they've given Los Lunas really tight games. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the tightest of the games. I'll be at the Volcano Vista Cibola game. Cibola was the nice story throughout the season, right? David House goes home to his alma mater, gets him winning, gets him back in the playoffs. First time since Rod Williams was the head coach. But they kind of faltered down the stretch a little bit. This is a rematch of the last week of the season where Volcano handled them pretty easily, so we'll see.
Cibola had a great start, didn't they?
Yeah, no, man, they were the talk of the football season.
Yeah, I remember that.
All right. And they needed that hot start because in that district, we know that District 1 is so tough. District wins were going to be hard to come by. So, they made this playoff field by the strength of their non-district schedule.
Yeah. Sebastian Noel from ProView Networks is with us. You can watch games on ProView Networks. And let people know how they can subscribe and watch some of these games.
Yeah, I mean, they're all, now that we're in the playoffs, they're exclusively on the NFHS network. Easiest way to find them is still going to be to go to our website, which is ProViewNetworks.com, and you'll find a link over to the NFHS network, and you can get a pass. I would recommend the pass for the rest of the year since Hoops is starting up, but there's a football just playoff passes available as well.
All right, 5A. Look, there's games in the Metro, and if you include Berlin as the Metro, and I think most people do, you got an option. You can go down for a 5A game. Valley plays at Berlin tonight at 7 o'clock. And then over at Milne, and then another 8-9 game. This is in 5A. Mayfield at Highland, which is two teams that I'm used to always seeing at the top of, at the highest classification, whether it was 4A, 5A, or 6A now. That one always grabs my attention, and maybe it's nostalgia. Is that going to be as good as I want it to be?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I didn't think
Mayfield's 2-8 in the playoffs. This goes to my
there's too
point.
Many bowl games, damn it! There's too many bowl games.
Too many classifications, right? And 5A is the perfect example because I don't think there's anything that can throw a wrench into a Artesia Roswell final. When you have 2 and 8 teams making the playoffs, even Valley's in there. Valley's not a playoff team; they're 4 and 6. Their wins are against the likes of Del Norte and Rio Grande. As much as it pains me to say that about my Knights, let's just move to 4A, Jeff.
Well, I mean, I've said this for years, and why is the distinction between 6 and 5 and 4? I mean, I guess there is a distinction at the top of 5 and the bottom of 5. Why are we so insistent on having 6 classifications? Or I guess it's more than that when you get down to the 8-man or 6-man, whatever it is. But I've never understood the whole 6A classification separation.
Well, I have my own thoughts around that. I think it has a lot to do with certain Southern teams priding themselves on winning a lot of state championships. So, so the politics of all that is definitely something that I think has something to do with it. But it is what it is.
Yes, well said, and without saying it. 4A, you can catch a game in the afternoon if you want. Academy's going to host Valencia 1:30 out at their place because they don't have the lights out there. They bring them the portable, so you get the grass stadium in a beautiful setting at Academy for a 1:30 game, and then 8-9 game in 4A. Manzano's at Bernalillo tonight.
Yeah, those will be 2 interesting games. Academy, I mean, they got a lot of firepower, and Valencia, they're pretty one-dimensional with that. One dimension when they get it going on the ground, they can beat you that way. So that's interesting. I mean, it would be a pretty monumental upset, but Valencia's had some real nice moments to their season. Academy's so good, and if it were to come down to a field goal, Academy has a guy that can hit 55-yard field goals, so that always helps, right?
Is there a game I got to see? Is there like one game I got one window I can carve out this weekend? What do I got to see?
If you like defense or root canals, then Bernalillo and Manzano will be good for you.
Yeah, we all love root canal. Yeah.
Right, but so that's. I think the Carlsbad Rio Rancho game on Saturday will be interesting. I think Rio Rancho's quarterback Micah Takahashi left the last game with an injury. He was in an arm sling. We caught him on the sideline in an arm sling. So I'm assuming he's still out, right? Coach Pino told James Yotis he was a game-time decision. Well, if that decision is he can't go, then the Rio Rancho has to turn to an 8th grader at quarterback, and maybe that sways the advantage to Carlsbad.
Interesting. All right, Sebastian Noel's with us. You listen to him on ProView Networks. You watch him there. You've seen him on the My 50 Game of the Week. He's with us on Leaf Sports Animal. The top 4 seeds in each classification get buys, and so the games you see now, the best teams, or theoretically the best teams in each division, are going to be off this week, and you'll see them next week. I know you love you some St. Pius.
Oh, love me some St. Pius. I mean, you talk about what you want to go see. The most exciting show on turf in the metro area, it's definitely that Pius offense. I've done 5 Pius games this year. They scored a first-play touchdown in 4 of those games.
No kidding. Is it trick plays where they just go deep, or how they score?
No, this is just an explosive offense. To a point, they have a running back, Herschel Holloway Jr., who's just phenomenal. Did his district's player of the year. He's getting some D1 looks. They have a phenomenal receiver, Cale Cox-Liggins. Their quarterback, Isaiah Carpenter, 6'5", gunslinger, looks the part. They have a plethora of other weapons, so it's been big plays. To an extent where it was hurting them earlier in the season, the offense would spend such little time on the field, and, then the defense is out there a while, and they didn't really establish an offense that could matriculate down the field and chew up some clock. So I I had gone into the season kind of thinking that they were going to be my team to watch and cruise to a championship. And then they struggled in the beginning of the season, not to win, but to live up to high expectations. I just saw a lot of the stuff from last year, a lot of penalties, and then I didn't see them blowing teams out, right? Which they should, because they are by far the most talented team. And that Academy loss was probably the best thing ever to happen to them. I did that game. They race off to a 21-0 lead in 6 minutes, and that lead disappeared quickly, and they end up losing that game to Academy. And I think if you ask Coach Flakes, he'll tell you the same thing. That was exactly what they needed, because after that game, they came out and they blew out every team. They beat the number 2 team in the classification. They had them mercy ruled by halftime. They finally look like they have that killer instinct. The only team that can beat St. Pius is St. Pius, and that hasn't been happening lately. The penalties have been cleaned up, the mistakes cleaned up. They say the bench is the coach's best friend. Well, in this season, maybe that loss was the coach's best friend. I'm sure Coach Flakes would agree.
Yeah, but even if you win a championship, did you really win a championship if you lose to your rival? Did Ohio State win a championship last year when they lost to Michigan? If St. Pius wins but they lose to Academy, did they really win?
Spoken like a true Charger alumni parent, Jeff.
And now Michigan alumni parent or Michigan student parent that feels the same way. It's the same concept, though, isn't it? I mean, yes, winning a championship obviously is bigger, but beating your rival is and those two go deep, and it's a big deal. But if you're going to tell me to turn their season around and they got to go back and thank Academy, that's a big thing.
Yeah, I think absolutely they would have to thank Academy. And Academy's on the opposite side of the bracket, so if they could somehow get through there and upset Bloomfield, well, maybe somehow you beat your rival in the championship. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that makes it all worth it. All right, not only football, man. ProView Networks, we got hoops going on, and we know what hoops means in this state, and we're off to a hell of a start, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't gotten. Obviously, the high school schedule hasn't gotten started, but that's allowed for some college basketball viewing, and that's been pretty cool. We'll see all these local kids. I mean, I'm biased, I know, but got to start with the 3-time Gatorade Player of the Year, right? Kenny Naguino.
Yep.
He's up at Montana. They're picked to win their conference. They have the preseason most valuable player picked on their team as well. He led them in scoring in their 2 exhibitions. Yeah, he had a good night the other night, 16 and 8, I believe. So the real deal, definitely the one that I don't have a problem saying, the one Coach Pitino let get away. Didn't give him attention, didn't show him the love. I don't think it would be outside the realm of possibility to think he could be a Big Sky Freshman of the Year candidate. He's that kind of player. You saw him. I mean, you know what he brings to the table.
Why do you think, and the Big Sky's got good basketball, and he's playing D1, and I'm stoked for him that he got the opportunity at Montana. Why do you think nobody else bid?
I mean, he's 6'6", 6'7", and, he's a New Mexico kid, and he's going to be a gem, So I think, truthfully, what I think, Jeff, is going to happen is either one, he's going to stay at Montana and he's going to be set some records there and be an all-time Big Sky player, or he's going to put in one really solid year and he's going to be playing D1 next year, right? And
he's playing D1,
not outside the realm that he could come home. Right, because I know he was on Coach Olin's radar. I know Coach Pitino never gave him the time of day. I know he was on Coach Olin's radar a little bit in San Diego. So a potential homecoming I don't think is out of the question. But, if he puts up a Freshman of the Year campaign in the Big Sky, well, it's time to get paid.
Yeah. And look, in his opener, and they played Northwest Indian, but he started. He scored 14 points, had 8 rebounds in 19 minutes. And they're 2-0. Now, look, they played Northwest Indian in Ottawa, Arizona. Now they get Stanford, UNLV, Cal Poly, Texas A&M. That'll tell you a little bit more of a story. But I'm with you, man. A dude like that is Gatorade Player of the Year in the state. You let him get away. And I know with Coach Pitino there was some there was some baggage as far as New Mexico kids, period, right? But this one,
let's be honest about that. He picked the wrong one.
Yeah, no, I think that's the right answer.
He selected the wrong one.
I think that's the right answer, 100%. I think that's the right answer. And then he stopped selecting.
Yeah, because if he would have went another route with a couple other players, and you and I have some names we certainly could throw out, I don't think that stigma would have been around that. But to your point, Big Sky's always been a good basketball conference, right? With Weber State, some of those other teams. They also played Seattle and I believe Denver in the exhibition season, and he looked good in the exhibition. So Bella Hines went off last night against LSU. I mean, they were playing a nobody, but still. Marcus Wilson at UC Davis had a nice debut. Jalen Holland, the Los Lunas kid, he's playing at Colorado. He had his debut. He got into the score column. A little tougher there. That's a little higher level, obviously, right? But I think he'll find his way. And I know I'm leaving guys out. There's plenty of locals that are playing up in the RMAC, too. I mean, Jude Tapia was an all-conference preseason selection. Latavius Morris made his debut for New Mexico Highlands. He was in double figures off the bench. I mean, there's a lot of local kids playing college basketball.
No, it's good. All right, do this. Go over to ProViewNetworks.com, and you can get your pass for the NFHS, and you can watch Sebastian and all the other great broadcasters on ProView Networks and the NFHS as we get through not only the high school playoffs, but we get through basketball season as well. Why don't we do this next week as we head into the second week, and the teams, the top 4 teams, each classification, get back into it. Let's touch base with you next week if that works into your schedule. I'll reach out to you. But I appreciate you jumping on this morning last minute and doing this and helping people out. Love listening to you. You do tremendous work over there, and thank you for the time. Have great calls this weekend.
Hey, Jeff, I appreciate it. Yeah, let's connect next week. And I enjoyed listening to you and Daniel in the car as well while I was driving home from work the other day. So great work on that.
Appreciate you saying that. Thank you very much. Enjoy the weekend. I'll catch you next week.
Take care.
He's the voice of the people. He is Sebastian Noel, and you can catch him over on ProView Networks and the NFHS Network. All right, I want you to respond to that. I'll reset you, get you home. I got JJ's picks for the 3-for-all. Let you know where we're going as we go into the NFL weekend as well. And the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
Ryan Ranky here from Sunday Night Football on Westwood Wall.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by...
How'd you do on the prize picks last night? Hope you hit it. Hope you went less on a lot of stuff, because in a 10-7 game, there are a lot of less. Hey, Prize Picks is the best way for you to win cash on watching the games. Whatever your teams are, you don't even have to be your team. It could be your favorite play. Broncos, Raiders, Lakers, Nuggets, whoever it is. Prize Picks can help you cash in on your passion. I've been doing it as well. Download the Prize Picks app and play. You can play some basketball tonight. I'm looking at Jaylen Brown. Is he going to have more or less than 26.5 points against Orlando tonight? You got, what else I got on here? LaMelo Ball, rebounds and assists, where they combine for more or less than 14.5. You want to mix them up? You can play some basketball and football. I'm looking at football for the weekend. There's a lot of juicy stuff on there. James Cook, 85.5 rushing yards, more or less against the Dolphins. Christian McCaffrey, I kind of play him more all the time. 51.5 receiving yards against the Rams. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And you can mix them up and you can stack however you want. That's the beauty of Prize Picks. Here's what you do. Download the app and you play lineups of 2 to 6 players. And you pick more or less. And when you're right, you win and you cash in. And Prize Picks is the only option to stack. The only app that you can stack. That means you can play the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. So you like Josh Allen this weekend? You want to go more or less on pass yards, rush yards, and touchdowns? You can do that. Steph Curry? More or less on points, 3-pointers, and assists, you can do that, and you can only do that on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code KNML. You're going to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code KNML. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineups. Only on Prize Picks. It is good to be right. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. He's not here anymore. Andrew's here. JJ's on a bus to a plane to sit in an airport for a while. I hope those don't get canceled, man. I hope they don't. But he sent in his 3-for-all. So this is what we do for you every week. And JJ's been on a heater until last week. He went 0-3. We picked 3 games off the NFL board just to show you how hard betting is. JJ went 0-3 last week. He's still 17-10 on the year. He's making money. I was 1-2 last week. I'm horrible. I'm 9-18 on the season. Hard, man. JJ's got the Lions laying 7.5 at Washington this weekend. He's got Arizona getting 6.5 at Seattle, and he took the Bears minus 4.5. They're home against the Giants. He's got the Lions, Cardinals, and Bears. Oh my! I took Buffalo. I'm going to give 8.5 at Miami. I took Tampa Bay at home against New England, laying 2.5, and I will lay 2.5 the Chargers at home against the Steelers. I'll tell you on Monday how poorly. All right, I say that like we're going to do poorly, but how well or poorly we did. All right, 5:05. Oh man, I'm sorry. I just got your text, and I apologize. I didn't look at it, and I should have. Ask about the Moriarty game, and I did not, and I apologize to the texter. I just now saw that. I will be much more vigilant about watching those texts when we do those segments. Rod's in. He says Michigan's Popejoy Jefferson. It'd be interesting to get your daughter's observation if Michigan has flipping Chicago at their Popejoy on game day. I'd assume on those 6 fall Saturdays there's nothing going on that campus that's not football related. I don't know. I know they can handle it. As far as people going, and it wouldn't hurt their attendance. They get 100,000 people that swarm campus that day, so it might be a traffic issue because everything's right there, where your stadium is quite detached. I get it. I mean, there's a faction of you that think you can only do one thing in this town at the same time. That when there's a football game at University Stadium, the whole town needs to shut down. Ann Arbor is a little different than Albuquerque. Albuquerque is the population center of your whole state. There's over 1 million people in this metro area. I will contend that our city can handle more than one event in a day. I know many of you disagree with me. But where we are. All right, I got news for you on Jaden Daniels. Remember the gruesome injury? He had that elbow injury. It bent the wrong direction. This was on Sunday Night Football against the Seahawks. He was in a 38-7 game, got his arm caught. It was gruesome. It went the wrong way. Dislocated elbow, but it's not serious. CBS is reporting this morning that he will not, this is crazy, not be placed on injured reserve. Now remember, it says non-throwing arm. But the plan is to reevaluate him after or during the Week 12 bye later this month. So he's out this week and next. Then they have their bye. He was the offensive rookie of the year last year. I would argue that's great news. Probably about as big as it can get. Dan Quinn's their head coach. He said, I know many of you have been asking about the thought process of Jaden being in the game in that situation. I've been thinking about it honestly nonstop too. And for me, the answer is, man, I missed it, end quote. It's easy to say that after the fact. And I asked the question on Monday morning. You're down 38-7. You're not going anywhere. Why's your quarterback? Fair question, right? 38-7, 7 minutes to go. Why's your quarterback? And then he got hurt. Then his arm bent the wrong way. Marcus Mariota will be your quarterback. He started all 3 games this year that Daniels missed. The Commanders are 1-2 with Marcus Mariota. He will start against the Lions. JJ took the Lions a little bit. Probably a good move on you. I gave you this earlier also. Coming off of, and if you want to get in on the Broncos and the Raiders last night, 10-7 was your final. Broncos 10, Raiders 7. Where the hell did my sheet go? Sometimes I just lose stuff in. I just don't know where it is. I'm not the most organized human being ever. 10-7, Bo Nix, 16 of 28 for 150 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Geno, for the Raiders, Geno Smith, 16 of 26, $143, and an interception. It was dull, man. It reminded me of those older, remember when they first started Thursday night football games? And they were all bad games. And I just don't think it was short rest. The road team always got run out. They were just bad. And then I think they figured out how to do this. Maybe their scouting was earlier, or whatever they've done is relatively routine now for teams to get. They know how to play these short 4-day weeks. But last night reminded me of it. Just really, really bad. And the other just crazy NFL news that we had, and it came down yesterday. Antonio Brown, the former Steelers and Patriots and Dolphins and Raiders wide receiver, arrested in Dubai, extradited back to the United States on suspicion of murder, and they found him in Dubai. This attempted murder, not murder, it was attempted murder, is the charge, stemming from a May incident at a boxing match where he is alleged to have taken a security guard's gun and used that gun and shot it twice and hit a guy. But he was out in Dubai and couldn't stay off social media, and it's like, damn, dude, if you are running from a warrant, period, an attempted murder warrant, comma, and you're in another country running from it, don't you stay off the social media? Aren't you trying to stay low? Like, I don't get, you guys have to help me with the social media anyway. If you're one of those who posts all the time, like, cool, I get it, that's wonderful, I watch it, I am a social media voyeur, down. But I'm not a poster, like, you all know my life enough. I don't need to thumb you every meal that I have or every ball game I go to. Like, you know, but those of you who get it, like, is it an addiction? Is it like smoking? You got to show me every meal and every plane trip you get on and every run you go on and every walk and every like, because obviously dude couldn't keep his thumbs in his pocket. And I'm going to guess that led to them finding him halfway across the room. Like, attaboy? What a... All right, 505-246-0610. When we come back, the new record for the tallest basketball player in college basketball history, that was set last night. Who, how, what, why, and how tall? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Hour.
NFL coverage all season long on 95.9
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
The biggest human being, Andrew's producing, by the way. JJ's on his way home. Who's the biggest human being you ever stood next to?
I think my cousin, he plays for Fresno State. He was like 6'7".
That's a big dude.
Yeah, he was tall.
When I used to do Aggie Vision. And I used to do their TV stuff. And they had a dude named Sim Bular. And Sim Bular was 7'5", 360. That's what he's listed.
That's crazy.
7'5", and you're like, that's a big dude, man. And I remember standing next to Sim Bular and going, holy smoke, man, that's a big dude. Well, last night, a young man named Oliver Rieux, I believe that's how you say it, R-I-O-U-X. I'm going to say Rieux. It could be Rieux. Became the tallest basketball player in the history of NCAA Division I basketball. He got into the game with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left in Florida's win over North Florida. It was 109-64. The tallest player ever to play college basketball. 19 years old, redshirt freshman from Canada. He's said to be the world's tallest teenager. I don't know how. Okay, cool. And he got in the game. They were chanting Ollie, Ollie, and Todd Golden finally put him in. And 7'9". I'm looking at some of the pictures in the video, and I'm like, damn, like, dude's really tall. I don't know how good he's going to be, but at 7'9", I hope he's really good. 7'9", dude. I mean, when Sim was 7'5", like 360, like thick, just a chunk of human being. 7'9". They got this guy, and the crowd went bonkers. All right, let's go to you. 505-246-0610. Grady, how are you in the village this beautiful morning?
You know, it's a little chilly up here.
It gets chilly up there.
Yeah, but the village folks, hey, we're excited. It's always good to hear my man Sebastian Noel, the voice of the people. He inspired me. I know I touched base a little bit about it in my email yesterday, but I want to give a shout out to, my guy James Yodis. I know he's listening. Jeff Grammer, all these folks that like to cover the prep sports. So I want to just spit out a couple of stats in regards to the Pecos boys cross-country squad, led by Pecos alum and UNM cross-country alum Patrick Ortiz.
All right, then.
So you go back to the 2015 school year cross-country season. The Pecos boys have won 6 state championships. That's going from 3A to 2A because we're losing folks up here in the village, but nonetheless. And since 2015, there's only been one season, cross-country season, one, where the team didn't finish on the podium, 1, 2, or 3.
Is that right?
Yeah. So, I like to pump up the folks here, but if you take a step back and look, we hear about Los Alamos, we hear about Academy, a lot of these cross-country dynasties.
Yep.
I'm no definitionologist, but I would say
what that means.
6 championships since 2015, only one non-top 3 finish over those are 10 years. I think that would qualify as a dynasty.
Yeah. So is it this weekend? It used to be one of my favorite events for about 5 years, 4 years. I will miss it. But if I was in town, I'd go out there. Because I love seeing you at that event. I love that event. When my daughter was running, the Academy Los Alamos rivalry was insane, and they were so close every year. I want to say in her 5 years on varsity, I think they won twice, and Los Alamos won 3 times. I could be off, but they were always like 1-2, and the numbers were so tight, and you're counting. Okay, we need this guy. She needs to overtake point by point by point, and then you guys would always just run away with it.
Yeah, well, and I can tell you, it's crazy you mentioned that, watching the points, because one year, I want to say it's back in 2022, going neck and neck with Oak Grove Academy down there. Same thing, sitting there at the finish line, watching the scoreboard come up. Folks might not think that cross country is an exciting sport, but you know this. Let me tell you, that's one of the best.
So UNM, I told this story before. UNM's legendary track and cross country coach Joe Franklin told me years ago. This is when my daughter first started running, and I didn't know the game. And he says, the end of a cross country meet is the most exciting thing in sports. I'm like, come on, like I can't see. It's people running. Like, what are we talking about? And then when you got a vested interest in it, and you're watching the end, and after they run their 3.5 miles or whatever it is, and they're coming down and the points on line, I don't know if it's the most exciting thing, but it can be. Like it's when it's good, it's really freaking good.
Yeah. Don't sleep on it.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And it's a big note on the community. We're known up here for basketball. We've only had 5 basketball championships in the last 10 years up here.
Oh, that's it?
But I'm telling you, my kid, he never ran cross country.
Yeah.
But just the community,
Yep.
it's something that we're all gonna make the trip down there to hopefully bring home another blue trophy. But appreciate the time, and I wanted to give those guys a shout out. And by the way, in that time frame, the girls have won 3.
All right. Well, enjoy the weekend and appreciate the update. Man.
Appreciate the time.
See you in Titletown. All right, Pickles cross country. Andrew, I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. Like, running ain't my thing. Are you a runner?
Poquito, but I mean, no.
Yeah, I respect it. I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't want to do it. But I respect the people who run. And I watch what my daughter did. Like during the summer, she would be out the back door at 6 a.m. Like, I remember during COVID when we were doing the show from the house. So I'd be on the air, and she's out the back door at 6:30 in the morning. I got an appreciation for it. And the woman with whom I work, Monica, runs halves and marathons. She's a runner, so I respect it, but I don't get it. But I remember when Coach told me, it's the most exciting thing in sports. I'm like, stop it. And then I started going to these events. I'm like, you know what? It's pretty damn exciting. Like when these athletes hit the last 400 meters, it's pretty intense. So I got an appreciation for it. State meet at the Academy this weekend. If you're going out there, enjoy it. If you got someone running, best of luck, because it's really fun. All right, I'm going to guess Terry jumps into his slot. I don't know if he does or not. You can usurp it. 505-246-0610. Got some emails from you that I got to get to. Your correspondence is still welcome. We'll wrap you up, get ready for the weekend when we get back on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Center.
This is Boomer Esiason with Sports
We would
Radio.
like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family.
They play UT Arlington. The Aggies are home. They got a big one against Kennesaw State. Women's basketball on Sunday. Lobos and Texas. Who are they playing Sunday? Texas Arlington? No, and North Carolina A&T. So we've got a lot going on. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. Of course, New Mexico United with the Western Conference semifinal will be out at Isotopes Park. Tomorrow, they play Orange County. So there's a lot going on. Let me give you a couple of things, and I'll go to phones. Jack hit me. Is this it? Yeah, Jack hit me. He says, clinging to first place in my league, Jeff. By the way, my team name is Kiss My Grits. I kind of love that. Little Florence Jean Castleberry right there. Kiss My Grits. He says, but I'm nervous starting Marcus Mediocre this weekend. So am I, dude. So am I. But we don't have a lot of choices with the buys and everything else, and not being allowed to make trades, which is stupid. Mike says Stig Bular. That's an OD name from the past, Jeff Alou. Yep, Sim Bular, man, back in the day. Less than like Grady, so he replied to Grady and Eck. Jeff, 1, 2, 3, 11, 12, 13. Unless Lobo football beats Oklahoma next year, there's not going to be a UCLA caliber win to cash on if he stays. Okay? But this one will still be there. I hear you, though. The get while the iron's hot thing. Did I miss the hoe? Damn, dude, we didn't hoe. I didn't tell Andrew about the hoe. You don't know about that. You've got to play the double Dutch bus at some point. It might be a hotkey on there. And then we hoe. You see, or we could do that after Terry's call, because then I yell, ho, and then it's Friday. It's a thing. And this one says Q Terrence in 5, 4, 3. Remember the old joke, bye week 13, Lobos 10? Yeah, I do. Terry, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Terry.
Good Friday, Jeff. Good Friday, Andrew. Thoughts and hugs to all family members with the craziness in the world and all that. Be safe, enjoy it. Quick thought on the college football playoffs. Last week, some of the announcers were throwing out their choices, and one of the guys had picked Bama as second. And his cohort said, yeah, my cohort's the same guy who takes a mulligan off the first tee. A little cross-reference with there. Live golf. Well, let's go off into left field. I don't know what you think of it. Now they're going to go to play in the 4 rounds, and I don't know. They think they want to get points.
Yep.
But it's still an invitational. So do you think this helps out? Or
I think it helps them. Yeah,
hanging out?
I think it helps them. I think one of the big contentions about their world point status was you're not playing the same thing that everybody else is playing, right? You're playing 3 rounds, they're playing 2. I don't think anybody cares that they're wearing shorts or anything, but I think them going to 4 is certainly a step in the direction that they hope helps them to get world ranking points. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but I got to believe that's why they're doing it.
Right. And what do you think the aspect, because it's still an invitational, because they don't have to make a cut. Whoever's there gets points. So maybe that's just a very minor.
Isn't the PGA an invitational? I mean, you got to make you got to qualify to get in, right? I mean, what you're saying is there's no cut after 2 rounds like there is in the PGA.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I imagine it's different. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it might be kind of a little trivial, but yeah, they're trying, because some of the guys, they still think Rahm and all them are like buyer's remorse, like, yeah, we got a huge paycheck and all that, but they're, I think they're kind of dead. And I think there's a few guys out there I don't know that are probably really talented, but I guess they're on Fox a little bit now. But yeah, from that. So turn a little bit. Grady and I got a thing going. Arizona KU football this
a big one
this weekend. Yeah, down in Tucson and all that for that. So, whichever goes well, it's a battle of the teams that are in the middle of the pack of the Big 12 and all that. And then KU goes to North Carolina tonight, throwing their hotshot point guard Darren Peterson, who I thought was good. He just admitted, I'm staying 1 year. I'll be gone. No worries. But he's actually helping recruit future players at KU and all that. But they have done some home and homes, which the Lobos can get more. But KU's done it with North Carolina State, Missouri. But you can't get a ton. So maybe the Bows can get a few going that way and everything like that. So we go on. But from that standpoint, you guys have a great week. I was going to tell Travis, happy marriage wedding, but he showed us up. He's in Italy.
Yeah, he's in
we're
Italy.
in Albuquerque and all that. So he let us know he's living the high life. So I wish him well and all that.
All right.
But you guys have a great weekend. Take care. Be safe.
See you. All right. Terry called at 505-246-0610. Let me give you one other, and we haven't got into this a lot. UNLV not only lost their opener in basketball on Tuesday to University of Tennessee at Martin, they lost probably their best player. Miles Che is their guard, and he's out for an indefinite period of time. He got injured. He's a 6'3" point guard who, by every indication, was going to be a superstar. Foot injury, not expected to be back soon. He's a junior. He was injured, and this is a gigantic loss for him, like a gigantic loss. And whatever UNLV is going to be or not going to be, this is a big piece. Now they're going to go with a freshman point guard who hasn't played and completely having to start all over again at point guard. But Josh Pastner, it's just a brutal beginning to that era there, losing your guard and losing to UT Arlington. But that's real. All right, Mountain West Hoops, if you want to watch. Well, the football this weekend, you got the big one is San Diego State at Hawaii. But if you're going to watch some hoops this weekend, Lobos will play tomorrow, UT Arlington. Tonight, Utah State's got VCU. Grand Canyon will play Youngstown State tomorrow. I'm sorry, tonight. And then UC Santa Barbara hosts San Jose State tonight. Wyoming, Cal State Fullerton, Fresno State Long Beach. UNLV's got Chattanooga. Nevada's got Pacific. Big football stuff for you this weekend. Again, Lobos are on a bye. Aggies have a big one against Kennesaw State down at Aggie Memorial Stadium. Mountain West, Air Force is at San Jose State. That'll be an FS1 game at 4. Nevada's at Utah State. Utah State's 4-4 trying to get bowl eligible. UNLV bouncing back now from the loss to the Lobos, goes on the road. They'll be at Colorado State. And the big one is late. It's San Diego State at Hawaii. The Aztecs are 4-0 in conference. Hawaii 6-3 and 3-2 in conference. The Aztecs are 6.5-point favorites on the road with a defense that has not been giving up a lot of points. And so those are some of your good watches. Don't forget, here on The Sports Animal, we'll have LSU and Alabama. That'll be tomorrow night, 5 o'clock here on The Sports Animal. We'll start you off in the morning with a gigantic one in the Big 12. BYU, Texas Tech. We'll have that for you here on The Sports Animal. Then we have high school football. Carlsbad, Rio Rancho starting off the 6A playoffs. That'll be here on The Sports Animal at 1 o'clock and leading into that night game. So we got a ton. Are you working this weekend, man? You in one of these games?
Not these games.
All right. You're off the whole weekend?
Well, I got another job.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we all got
we got a real job.
We all got other jobs, man. I appreciate you spending these mornings with us, Andrew.
It's been real.
You've done a great job. Andrew's maiden voyage on this little program that we do, and I guess you'll be in Monday with JJ as well. So,
yes, sir.
Appreciate you a lot. All right, Monday, Jason Eck will be with us, coming off of the bye week. You'll get ready for the Colorado State game. I know they're making a big push to get 25 to 30,000 people into University Stadium next week. You're going to go into Lobo Aggie basketball week next week. That's a thing. That happens on the same day as that Lobo Colorado State football game. So it's a big, big week next week as well. And we'll have the full weekend of the NFL to get you through. Any headlines missed as we were on the air? The big story this morning, I think the good news coming out of Commander's camp, that Jayden Daniels does not have significant ligament damage on that elbow, the left elbow, the non-throwing elbow that bent the wrong way, and he will not be out long-term, whatever long-term happens to be, but he's not going on the injured reserve. Thank you to Sebastian Noel from ProView Networks. The voice of the people was with us today. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome Show is after that. Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas is in at 4, and then we're back Monday morning with award-winning radio. We'll start at 7 a.m. Adrian, great week on the TV side. It looks great. Appreciate all you do. Andrew, terrific job. Thank you for coming in. Great work. Thank you. He's J.J. Buck on the way home. I am merely Jeff Symbieta. Have a great, safe weekend. We will catch you on Monday, and please be good to each other. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. Have a great weekend.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we